What's up, guys? ABR Buraps back with you today for Tuesday edition of F1 Online, run by our lovely F1 Online host, WietFlex. Hope everyone is hanging in there with the virus and the time off, and I know a lot of us are bored, so glad to see we have some racing today. Pretty interesting battle going on for the championship in this division. Should be a fun one, especially around Silverstone. Fast, flowy track. Plenty of room for overtaking, so hopefully we get some good, clean racing today. I think we'll probably get things underway here in about 5 minutes or so, so just stick with us, and yeah, we'll get qualifying underway in just a little bit. Alright, looks like we're ready to go here for qualifying at Silverstone. 18 drivers on the grid today. Didn't see who didn't have a teammate there, but we will take a peek out on track. Waiting on Lexidus here. Looks like he's spinning endlessly, which is another common trend in this game. Hopefully he loads in soon. Otherwise, I'm sure we can get him an invite back. So, let's see. There we go. Alrighty. Qualifying is underway. Looks like it's a little bit wet, or potentially just overcast at Silverstone. I'm not sure what the weather says. Actually try to check in with a driver. And there goes the Williams of Monster. First out of the pit. Looks like he's on softs. Okay, so no weather for the moment, although looks like it could be coming. Assuming most guys are going to go on softs during Q1, only it looks like Undefined is going to go out on the hard tire, see if he can get through. But yeah, not a bad play in Q1. The Toro Rosso of SLR Dylan ending Sector 1 there. Good race from Dylan last Tuesday. He did have good pace. I was pretty impressed with his driving, so hope to see more from the Red Bull today. Marked Cap in the Haas. On an outlap. Whistler as well. South African. Our boy Jake had a great battle last week with his teammate Timo in the Racing Point. There's Ipovic in the Ferrari. Cringy in the McLaren. OTR Jern out in the Williams. Let's check in with first. Monster. as he wraps up Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, he goes into the wall and he crashes out. That's Monsters qualifying over on the first run of the day. Wow. That was tough to see, and we got on board just in time to watch him lose the end of the car through the end of Maggots and Beckett's, and that means Monster is going to be starting towards the back of the grid. And unfortunately for him, that's his qualifying over. Wow. On board with Germ here. Opting for putting the battery in high up to overtake there. Good traction on the exit. Pretty nice Maggots and Beckett's from Dram there. Let's see. Purple sector 2. So we got a couple times on board now. Cringy putting in a 27.9. Nice job, Cringe. Whistler at 28.7. Jake at 28.6. And here comes Jerem into the final chicane. What's this time going to be from him? And the Williams here steps the back end out a little bit, holds it together nicely across the line, and that's first for Jerem at 27.359. So good job by Jerem to get himself a decent time in there early in the session. My boy, the Terminator, Economic Berry. Going wide and invalidating that lap. Here comes Ipovic for what I believe is a flying lap. 135 the first time around. I'm guessing he backed out of it to put in a fresh one. WietFlex done the same. As we have a glitch on the board there, marked cap putting in a 1:15.060. So potential technical difficulty on his end or within the game. Hopefully that doesn't stay. Hopefully that's adjusted, but not sure, as Ipovic puts in a purple sector 1 here. Ipovic across the line, 1:28.9. Timo clocking in a 1:27.320, so fair play to him. Lexidus a sub 28, getting a 9.3 on the board there. Nice job, Lexidus. Jake, yeah, he is on his another push up on the same pair of tires, and obviously with that engine glitch going. Quite a noise. We'll check back in when Jake finishes the lap. Economic Berry up in the 6th, 28.5. Then Jeff at 27.5 on the board. Cringy still at the 27.9 mark. I believe we are going to have ABR Lethal join us in the booth. Hey. Hey, hey. Do you know how to include your audio?
Yeah, I just did it.
Okay, cool. Let me see if that works on the stream. Yep, cool. Alright. Are you in the session section?
Yeah, I was just letting him know. So, what's going on? Cool.
Well, we have a small game glitch. It looks like Mark Cat put in a 115, which
Yeah.
obviously that
Yeah,
was
that's a very
not
good
possible
time.
at Fred. Niels has just put in a really fast lap. Cringy at first was looking strong on his lap, but a lot of guys now are into the low 127 range, so it's actually a pretty good pace.
Very tight. Very
Second,
tight.
yeah, very tight. Very tight. I'm on board with Jake here as he's going through Sector 1. In 12th at the moment. He's been out there on that soft pair for 4 laps now. It's an interesting strategy by him. I'm assuming RSF1 Hunt will be back out for 1, if not 2 more flying laps. Looks like he hasn't even done a soft lap yet. Oh, Lethal, you did miss. Monster was first to put in a lap on the day, and right through the end of Maggots and Beckett's, he lost the back end and crashed out.
Oh, that sounds like something I do.
Sounds like something I would do.
And you, yeah.
And me. Jake holding it together nicely here as he's heading into the end of Sector 3. Oh, no, decides the better of it, goes into the pits for fresh tires. And here's Fury out for a final lap. 13th at the moment. Mercedes driver felt pretty strong last week, had a really good battle with his teammate Jake. I'm interested to see what happens with the weather here because it looks like it's going to rain, but I can't see the weather for sure, so I'm not positive.
I'm certainly starting to gather. It's looking like it's going to prefer at the moment.
Yep. And here's 43 Maggots and Beckett's out to the beginning of Sector 3. How's that? Looks pretty good so far, but 4/10 up on his time. A little bit on the curb there, but still holding it together nicely. Final 2 corners, perfectly done. Nice traction on the exit. This should be a good improvement for him. And Forey up into 7th, 27.79. Nice lap, Forey. Let's see who else. I'm guessing
Cringy coming up towards the line.
Yep.
Into the last corner here. See if we can improve. 10th at the moment, see what this gets in. No improvement.
He's still in an okay place for now, but if he has any of the guys in the back pull up on him, he could be at risk. As we approach the 5-minute mark left in Q1 here. On board with RSF1 Hunt, heading through Sector 1.
Oh, my mic sounds terrible. I think it's broken. Does it always sound like that? It's not always sound traffic.
No, I think it's the connection between our countries, to be honest with you.
Maybe.
RSF1 Hunt looking like putting on a pretty good lap here. Did a 30.4 on the hards. Not a stellar qualifying time, but definitely can improve as he's out on his first run on soft tires. Goes a little bit deep on the final corner of Maggots and Beckett's, but got a good exit down the straightaway. Using all of the track. This time going to be some RSF1. He's across the line. And only good enough to get him into 16th, so he's going to need to go for another lap if he wants to fit into Q2.
Well, that will be tight to get another run at this stage.
Yeah.
Especially at Claymont, nobody blocking the way.
Yeah. Very true. Here's Dan Jeff in the beginning of Sector 2. Down the old start-finish straight. Pretty well done through there as he approaches Maggots and Beckett's. Hugs the curb nicely, gets a good exit. What's this time going to be from him? It's no battery at the moment. It's like a small green glitch on my end. And actually backs out of it, heads into the pits. And RSF1 Hunt back into the pits. Don't know if he's going for a fresh pair of softs, but it's not going to have much time. Here's Ipovic through Sector 1. He's out for another run on a fresh pair of softs here. See if he can get himself into Q2 with just under 2 minutes remaining. It's down a decent Sector 1 for himself. Going a little bit wide.
Not ideal, that was.
Seeming to do a little bit better through Maggots and Beckett's here. Gets a good exit as well. RSF1 Hunt done for the session, so he will be starting in the back of the pack. With Monster, Sergi, Denjeff, and Jerem all done for the session as well. Marked cap, same. There's still time of 1:15 on the board there. And there's
to
Ipovic
the
to the top 10. Nice slap from Ipovic. Yeah, that was a good lap. And that means that WietFlex is in trouble here, because I don't believe he is on a push lap at the moment, and he's out of time in Q1. And yep, there he goes into the pits. WietFlex seemingly going to be unhappy with that performance in Q1, so him, RSF1 Hunt, and Monster will not be moving on.
See if Whisper can do anything to get himself. Well, I suppose he's already through, isn't he? But,
yeah, he is through. He was doing it as a precautionary thing, but yeah, let's see what time he does here. Puts in the last 7th to Whistler. There he goes.
27.5, good lap.
So wow, look at the spread between first and up to 13th. Really, is only about 7 tenths of a second.
6 tenths off, 6 tenths between the top 10.
Yeah. Anybody's game in Q2 for sure.
Definitely.
And Q3 as well. Interested to see what Mark Cap will be able to do in a real run.
It's almost like it skipped the sector and just didn't put the time in.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. It's about 12 seconds faster than OTR Duran. So that is one over and done. Moving through, we have plenty of drivers out of this one are WietFlex, RSF1 Hunt, and Monster. Barry just squeaking through. And just look at how close these drivers are across the board here. All right, out for Q2. There is Lexus leading the way out of the pit lane on the medium tires. Timo on the mediums as well. A lot of guys on the mediums here. Only marked Cap and Kovic currently sit on the softs, as well as Niels, who is actually out for an outlap. So Niels will be going for a run on the softs here. Pretty good. Enjoy a beer in the booth, why not?
Yeah, Bud Light. Good beer. Quite like
Smart man.
I don't even like Budweiser really that much anymore because I've had one too many bad experiences drinking too much of that.
Yeah. And here we are on board with Lexidus, our first runner of Q2. Hopefully he fares a little bit better than Monster did in Q1. And still dry conditions out there, so the weather holding off nicely for now.
So having never met most of the people in this league, who would you say is probably the one to look out for today?
Savas Grease has been a consistent threat in this league for the last couple weeks that I've been paying attention. I had the chance to race with Timo a couple days ago. He is a very impressive driver. Can't count him out. Cringy, obviously, you know, and Barry as well. Both solid drivers. Any day they perform well, they're going to be at the front of the pack. But yeah, my guy to watch here would be Savas Grease. I've seen him pull some really great moves on track recently, as well as just have a consistent, solid pace around different circuits. So Savas Grease, driver to watch.
Timo through there, 128. Definitely think that's going to be beaten. We've got Whistler coming in next, maybe?
Yeah, 28 on mediums isn't bad. I think he's probably a good half a second in there right now on the track, but not a bad time from Timo.
See what Whistler can do. Pops it into P2.
Whistler bumps it, yeah.
I didn't actually realise he was on mediums until you said it.
Savas Grease, there he goes, 127.705, fastest lap for the session.
Bravo.
SLR Dylan, another driver who I've been keeping tabs on. He's been quite impressive in the last couple races. Had a decent run at Austria last week. He fires through the end of Sector 3. Also out on the mediums. Cringy pumps in a 697. Only about 8 thousandths faster than Savas Grease, but nice lap from Cringy. Dylan across the line into 5th. 28.3, nice lap from him. Den Jeff at 27.9, also on mediums. On board with Jake. Jake across the line, good for 5th place. Marked cap on the soft tire through the middle of Maggots and Beckett at the moment. Good exit. Niels pumps in a 26.8 on the soft. So definitely going to be quicker on the soft, but regardless, a phenomenal lap from Niels there. As Marked Cap approaches the line for his first attempt. What's his time going to be? 28.4, so I'm not sure if he did that intentionally to get a little bit of a better lap on mediums, but not going to be in a good enough position to hold for Q3 at the moment. Not sure what he's pulling off for, as it doesn't look like anyone's behind him. Lexidus in the middle of Sector 3 here. Already done a couple laps. Going for another. Across the line, and does not improve. Here's Barry wrapping up Sector 3 as well. Just squeaked through into Q2. What's this time going to be from Barry? A nice lap. 27.7 on the mediums. So getting himself in the mix with those leaders as well. I think that's going to be a pretty good time to keep him in contention for Q3. Exodus appears to be going for yet another lap on the mediums. He heads to Maggots and Beckett's. Pretty good run through there. Out of DRS though, so it's going to be interesting to see how this affects the end of his lap. And decides to bail out of it and head into the pits.
I think he'd struggle to improve after 3 laps to get that lap out of that for sure.
I would agree with you, 100%.
So thinking Lexidas will most likely go out on softs.
Yeah,
give it one more go.
I'm guessing that's going to be his strategy here. Ipovic on the softs as well. He is out and ready to go for his first hot lap of Q2, 6.5 to go here. Neil's on pole at the moment, but again on those soft tires. Primji, the fastest runner on mediums, followed by Savage Grease, Economic Berry, then Jeff, Timo, Jake, Corey, Dylan, and Mark's Cap rounding out the top 10. Ipovic coming through the middle of Sector 1 here, looking like a pretty solid lap so far. Lethal, do you reckon soft medium is possible around here, or do you think soft hard has to be the play?
I think so. I mean, it's probably what I would end up doing. It's definitely a stretch.
Yeah.
But it's not impossible, but however, I feel like a lot of the drivers on this grid could make the slower tyres work to their favour, so it might become quite irrelevant to go on soft mediums.
Yeah, no. Good point for sure. As Ipovic wraps up Sector 2 here, pushing down at the final back straightaway. Seems to be holding it together pretty nicely, not getting too crazy on this lap. The final 2 corners. What's this time going to be from Ipovic? Can he get himself into the top 10? It's looking like he might be able to, and yes, 6th place for Ipovic, a sub 28. But ever just so on those soft tires, so might even be going for another lap here in a moment, but decently done by him to get into the top 10. As it looks like Dylan has gone off track. Not sure if he spun on his own there or if he was just getting out of the way. Doesn't appear to have any damage. It looks like he may have spun in the middle of a push lap, so only about 4.5 minutes here for Dylan to get a good time in, as he is right on that border of being knocked out of Q3. Here is Undefined Zero in the Red Bull, down the back straightaway. Out on the soft tires here. He needs to vastly improve on his time to get himself in Q3 as he approaches the final 2 corners. Plenty of ERS to work with here. And Undefined Zero gets himself into 2nd place at 27.6. Good to see him get a solid lap in there. As it looks like we have a bunch of guys going back out on the soft tires here. The only ones not to go back out so far on the softs is Economic Barry, who holds 5th place. So potentially a strategy call from Barry here if he can keep himself in the top 10, although I would imagine it's going to be tricky now with all these guys on softs. So far, Jerem, the only guy not to put in a lap, although looks like he is out for a flying one now, so let's hop on board with him as he wraps up Sector 1. Jerem on the Williams team in this championship. His teammate Niels is currently on pole. Dren keeping it together nicely here through the final 2 corners. Gets a pretty good exit there. What's this time going to be from him? And he almost matches his teammate, pumps in a 26.964. So 3 guys now breaking that 27-second barrier. Nice to see. As we are on board with Benji. Taking plenty of grass through that. It's going to slow him down on the straightaway. Doesn't look like he's going to have enough time to harvest his ERS for another lap, so this is going to be it for him.
Whistler comes across the line, puts himself in P6.
Nicely done from Whistler. Cringy comes across the line in second. Marked Cap only edging. Actually, Marked Cap has another glitch issue. A 119 from Marked Cap this session.
This guy even that.
I don't know what he's up to. It looks like Dylan is going to be our last, if not one of the last drivers to go here. He needs to improve by about 6/10 of a second just to get himself into Q3 as he starts his hot lap here with 20 seconds left. Dylan putting in a good lap so far. Manages to improve by almost 0.2 through sector 1. So good lap from Dylan so far. Let's see if he can keep it up. Gets a phenomenal exit off of the hairpin there. Holding it together nice at the curve. It has to avoid the ghost of Whistler. And it looks like WietFlex may have been disconnected from the session as he's getting a migrating host logo on the bottom here. Dylan through the end of sector 2. Doesn't go purple, but still a good lap so far. Final 2 corners for Dylan. Is he going to be able to improve, get himself into Q3 across the line from Dylan? That is going to be good for... No, Dylan does not improve on his time. Actually pumps in the same time by just off by 1,000th of a second. So Dylan out of Q3. So not sure what's going to happen here.
I think we're probably heading for a restart.
Yeah, I'm guessing as it looks like Ivovich has dropped out. WietFlex is out as well. And yeah, Den Jeff too now, so I'm guessing a restart is in the works. Let's check in with the Discord chat, potentially a quick update. And yeah, looks like we are going to get a restart here. Yeah, I should be able to. Actually, it wasn't too hard to get you an invite. So Q2 is wrapped up, and there is our leaderboard. Let's just take a quick screenshot of that so that we can send it to WietFlex if he needs it. So Dylan actually did improve on his time on the medium tire. It looked like he got himself into 8th. And there's the invite from WietFlex. So it looks like we're going to be flipping over to a new lobby here. Okay, Lethal, I'm sending you an invite now to the new lobby. There's 2 seats open.
Right, greatest of ideas, is it?
Looks like we are going to go for a short quali here. And the weather, I'm guessing, looked like it must have been light cloud throughout, because that is our new designated weather for the remainder of the qualifying and race. 15 drivers in so far. Should be getting things back underway shortly here.
Oh, come on, guys.
Still waiting on 2 drivers. Yeah, we need a commercial here.
Cut to commercial.
Can we get Mariah Carey on stage?
Oh, no, that's the wrong person. Who is that? That's Celine Dion,
that's a good
isn't it?
question, actually.
Is that
I
Celine
believe
Dion?
that is Celine Dion.
Good old Celine.
Love her. Shout out to Celine Dion. Looks like we are going to get things back underway here in a minute or two. The drivers are now readying up to head back out for that short 18-minute quali.
And the people that have been knocked out of Q1 and 2, can they actually go back out then or not? I'm assuming they can't.
I believe everybody's going to get a chance here.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I expect the pace to be similar. I expect a lot of guys to be in the same spots, but yeah, everybody gets a fresh go here. Interesting to see if guys will go for tire strategies or just try to start on softs. It looks like they were all going for softs in Q2 anyways, so let's see who comes out on top here in this short quali. Drivers picking their tire strategies, and getting the qualifying session back underway here. We're sorry for the delay. Lobby unfortunately broke, which is not an uncommon thing in the F1 2019 game, to say the least. So a fresh opportunity for everybody to prove their worth on track here, as we have 18 minutes of qualifying to see who comes on pole. Drivers loading up their car setups. It looks like Dylan is first out of the pit lane here on softs. And all the guys are ready to go here. They're coming out in unison, ready to get things underway. So Lethal, from what you've seen so far in about two qualifying sessions, who do you think is going to have the opportunity to snag pole here in the short quali?
Well, I think just being anyone's game right now, it's just kind of open up things to. It's difficult to say, really, isn't it? Q1 and 2Q, if they were anything to go by, so we're definitely going to have to watch out for. I can't even pronounce his name. Savas Greeks? Is that his name?
Yep, Savas Greeks.
Yeah, so I mean, he's definitely
Niels is going to be up there as well.
Watch for. I mean, it's anyone's game at the minute, I think. As we get some lap times in, we'll see who can improve and who can't. Probably call
I'm
it
really
from
just
there,
excited to see Monster back out on track. I'm hoping that he gets a good qualifying here. A little bit of redemption for that slight error he made as he lets by a couple of cars, potentially letting the track get warmed up before he puts in a lap here. As Dylan is first out, we will be on board with him. .27.5 in Sector 1 for Dylan. Nice lap so far.
Keeping it tidy.
Definitely keeping it tidy. Can't make too many errors
in
the short quali. Looks like he held it together okay as Dylan approaches Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. Goes a little bit deep through the corner there. It's going to hurt him down the straightaway, but still looking like a decent lap from Dylan. Couple laps are going to be put in early here, so Dylan through the final two chicanes. What's this time going to be for him? 27.5, so nice lap from Dylan. Just behind him, Niels a 26.5. So Niels flying out there. Lexidus a 27.7. Then Jeff a 27.4. Jake across the line now. A 27.3. Who else is coming across the line? Whistler, 27.9.
WietFlex now coming in to put his lap in, I assume. So 128.5. We won't be happy with that. We'll definitely have to go out again.
A lot of drivers bunched up on track right now. On board with Cringy here, his first lap, with just about 13 minutes remaining here. So we have our top 8 sorted at the moment. Niels holds pole by a pretty wide margin. Jake in second, then Jeff third, Dylan in fourth, Lexidus in fifth, Corey in sixth, Whistler in seventh, and WietFlex lagging a little bit behind for the moment, down in eighth, but still time here to improve. As that's undefined, getting a little bit of oversteer on the exit, heading down through sector 2 here. The fast right-hander manages to keep it on track into Maggots and Beckett's. Not taking any chances through there. Pretty neat and tidy. Gets a good exit. Uses all of the track. Nice run. As Timo crosses the line at 27.2 from Timo. Ipovic at 27.8. Cringy in with a 26.6, so nicely done by Cringy. Undefined 0 at 27.39. Barry on the medium at 28.3. Savas Grease just pumps in a purple sector 2. On the
I think keep an eye on
this
his lap.
be the fastest lap.
Very tardy. I think it's definitely heading to the fastest. Lap 3.
Uses plenty of the track there into the final 2 corners. Hooks up the first one nicely, the second one as well. Gets a good exit. This could be the fastest lap we've seen so far. No, it won't be, but good for third place. Savas just over that 27 barrier, but good lap from him. So 14 drivers putting in times now. Ipovic rounding out our top 10. He is on an in-lap here, so we will move over to, looks like Economic Barry is on his second consecutive lap on the mediums here. Heading through Maggots and Beckett's. It's a little bit of oversteer in the middle there, but holds it together nicely. 4/10 up on his time right now, so good lap from Barry to get himself into that top 10 range with a good sector 3. Runs plenty wide, but does not get his time invalidated. Through the final 2 corners, a little bit too much curve there, not enough on there. Runs wide, gets a little bit of oversteer, but still together. Sub 28 for Barry on the medium, so nice lap.
I think he's just lost all of the time in those last 2 corners.
Yeah, he did. That's tough to see from Barry as he's now sitting back in 14th, the slowest of the session. WietFlex is going to be happy with that time, a sub 28 as well. Still on that same pair of softs, so I'm sure he will be going in for a quick changeover and a fresh lap. So as it stands now, Niels on pole, Cringy not too far behind him. Savas Grease bringing up our podium runners. Timo followed by Jake, followed by Undefined 0. Lexidus in 7th, then Jeff in 8th, Dylan in 9th, and Ipovic in 10th as we're back on board with Dylan for his second lap here. Just about 10 minutes to go in qualifying. Dylan's going to need about half a second to find himself near the front runners of the pack, but plenty of time to do so, as it looks like Jerem pumps in a fresh lap, gets a 27.09, so good job by Jerem to put himself in 4th place. Dylan goes purple in sector 1, 2.5 tenths up on his time, so looking good from Dylan so far. Is he going to be able to hold it together 2 more sectors here? It's a pretty good exit there. Takes a little bit of gravel, but keeps the car together, so still going nicely here. That's that corner perfectly. Plenty of curve into the fast right-hander. Nicely done. Looking like a good sector from Dylan, minus that one brief moment of looking like it could be all over for him. Pretty smooth through Maggots and Beckett's. Gets on the power nice and early. Takes a little bit too much grass there, but nice sector from Dylan. Still about 2/10 up. Goes into the pits, thinks better of it. We're on board. Den Jeff wrapping up a lap here. Took plenty of curve in the exit of the turn there. Nicely hooked up through the final 2 corners. What's this time going to be from Den Jeff? Looks pretty good. And that's good for 5th place at 27.17 from Den Jeff, taking 5th. Neil's out for another flying lap here. Holding down pole right now, but seems to think there's a little bit more time in there. Purple sector 1 from Neil, so he's already improving on his previous lap. That's a good exit out of the right-hander, the long right-hander. Now the fast right-hander. What's this going to be for Niels? Will this one up well? Looks like he does. Keeps it on track. Nicely done. Nicely done, Drew Maggots and Beckett's. I would imagine this will be another purple sector from Neil, so 4/10 up at the moment. He could be going for a high 25 if he puts together a good sector 3. Nails the right-hander there. Neil's looking on form at the moment. Nice late braking. Hooks up the first corner. Plenty of curb in the second as well. This is going to be a really good time for Niels. What's it going to be? A 25.999. Niels with an unbelievable lap here, so props to Niels. I don't think anyone is going to come near that. So Lethal, I think Niels might be the driver to watch.
Yeah, definitely. After that, I mean, that was a hell of a lap, wasn't it?
Was. Timo just wrapping up a lap here. He gets a sub 27 himself, good for third. So Forey currently sitting in 10th. Puts Dylan on the outside, but he's out for another lap here. Running down in last is RSF1 Hunt, coming out of the pit lane for another go as well. As he pushes WietFlex way off track, it looks like. Not sure if he did that intentionally, but or if that was just a small glitch in the game. Barry thinking better of that medium strategy, out on softs now. Barry invalidates his lap. Gonna go for another run, I believe. Niels has got to be happy with that time. I'd imagine he's probably done for the session, unless he thinks like he can put in a quicker lap when the track is at its prime at the end here. But phenomenal time from Niels. Savas through the middle of Maggots and Beckett's. He's sitting fourth, but plenty of room to get up to Timo, and looks like he is running a little bit of a faster lap right now. Not by much, but good enough for third if he can put together a good third sector. Through the final two corners, what's this time going to be from Savas? Crosses the line and improves very nicely, 2.5 tenths there, up to third place. 4 minutes to go here in short quali. Dylan pushing through Maggots and Beckett's. On the tail of Lexidus. 3 tenths up on his time at the moment, so that could get him into the top 10. Runs really wide through one of the last turns there into the final two. What's this time going to be from Dylan? Looks good so far, 27.2. So Dylan up into 7th place. Nicely done from Dylan. Our boy Marked Cap out on track. Looks like he's finally got a somewhat normal time on the board, but good for 17th right now, so he's going to need to improve if he wants to get anywhere near those points players. Down to 18th now. Looks like he's unhappy with this lap, going to go for another. Back on with Cringy, who is pushing for that pole spot over Neil. Is going to need to make up 6/10 if he wants to even be in the conversation. So let's see what Cringy can do here.
Slightly down on his first sector there. Sector 2 looks like he's losing the back end a little bit. Everything's looking a bit light.
Cringy currently not improving on his time.
Not improving at all, no.
Not sure if he believes there's time to be made up in Sector 3 here. Gets a pretty good right-hander through there. Final 2 corners for Cringy. Is he going to be able to make up 6/10? I don't think he will, but what's this time going to be? Can lock down second place. And no, Cringy does not improve. About a 10th off of his previous time. I imagine that's going to be it for him in qualifying. One minute to go here in qualifying. A couple drivers back out on track, ready to get a fresh time put in. One more go here. We're on board with OTR Jerem, currently sitting in 6th place. He can make up about 4/10, he could find himself on the front row of the grid. Let's see what Jerem can do here. He gets Sector 1 underway. And it looks like we might have a small pile up here. Sorry, that's actually the pit lane. I was very confused for a moment exactly where that was on track. Jerem, almost 2.5 up on his time through Sector 1. Getting a nice exit out of there. Nicely done through Maggots and Beckett's for Jerem. Sets a purple Sector 2, so he's way up now on his time. Looks like he could get himself in the conversation for that podium start. Final 2 corners for Jerem. Cross the line and good for 5th. So only 2,000ths off of Savas, Grease, and Ben Jeff, who actually seem to have put in identical laps lethal. So I'm not sure how the game sorts that, if it actually goes further into the time there and can dig out who put in the quicker one. But Savas, Grease, and Ben Jeff currently seem tied for 3rd and 4th.
I think it actually goes from who put the lap time in first.
And that is it for qualifying. So Neil's on pole by a considerable margin. Definitely his race to lose today, as it looks like he's going to have some good pace around here. Cringy in 2nd, Denjeff 3rd, Savas Grease in 4th, OTR Jerem in 5th, Dylan in 6th, Timo in 7th, Jake in 8th, Undefined 0 in 9th, and Whistler rounding out our top 10. All right, Lethal, I'm going to step away for a minute here. Be back in time for the formation lap. Stick with us, guys. We will be getting the race underway shortly. Perfect timing. 10 seconds to go here before we get the formation lap underway. Drivers are lining back up at the starting grid here. I don't know who that is parked on the grid in the Williams. Might be OTR Jerem. All right, here we are. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are away for the start of the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Niels getting a nice exit. Looks like he's going to hold the position through turn 1. Yes, he does. One driver off already. And we have a yellow flag. To no surprise.
The yellow
Timo
flag
down
from
10
Monza there. I
spots.
think he took a bit of contact, and now he's lost a bit of his front wing. All the way down to
Timo
last.
down 10 spots as well. Jerem down 9 spots. And our big winner out of that one, Barry, up 4. So Niels holding down the lead for now. Cringy still in second. Denjeff holding third, and Salvas Grease in fourth. The rest of our runners up a bunch of spots as Lexidus has now dropped down into 16th. Looks like he's missing a substantial amount of his front left wing. Cringy has taken the lead here now from Niels at the end of Sector 2. So I'd imagine a couple of guys are going to be going into the pits early here. Jake heading into the pits. Niels doing his best to stick with Cringy, about 7/10 off of Cringy, actually closing in on the straight here. Can our two frontrunners pull away from Denjeff? Savas
I think he's going to make a move on him.
Still close behind him. Yeah, it looks like Niels might think about it. Doesn't into the fast right-hander there. Decides to back off. So our front 5 pulling away from the rest of the pack. Dylan putting a 2-second gap down on undefined 0. Front pack sticking together nicely. Now Niels and Cringy slowly pulling away from Denjeff. Savas Grease right on his tail. Dylan falling back a little bit, but still holding a nice gap on that 5th spot. Looks like Niels and Cringy are clear of the next couple of drivers, although them battling on track here is not going to help with getting separation from the rest of the grid. Looks like Cringy doesn't quite have that straight line speed compared to Niels, but Cringy holding it nicely through the corners to say the least. And that's Jerem out of the session. Wonder if that would bring out a safety car as Cringy picks up plenty of grass, and Niels makes a move on the outside, also on some grass, and so now they are 2 wide into the final corner. Niels is going to get the advantage here, bumps Cringy a little bit. Cringy coming back at Niels. Denjeff now right on their tail in this battle. And we have a safety car. So this is going to be interesting. Who's going to go into the pits? And who's going to stay out? That looks like WietFlex going into the pits. So smart move by him to get that tire changer now. Timo as well. Just going to save these guys time in the end of the race. Barry, who started on the hard tires, actually opting for a pit stop here. So let's see what Barry decides to go with. potentially a medium soft run in the works for Barry. And yes, he is putting on those medium tires, so no shock there. Putting on a new front wing as well. It's going to lose him a little bit of time, but he should be okay given his strategy here. It's going to allow Lexidus to get back in the mix.
Be interested to see who comes out on top of this after the safety car goes in. I think 10 seconds separating the top 13 just before that safety car there.
Dylan retiring from the sessions. He actually got a time penalty for a collision with Savas. And now our front runners go into the pits. So the grid is going to have a significant shakeup here. That's moved. Looks like who's going to come out on top here? It looks like RSF 100 is going to be on pole now. Forey in second. Savas Grease looks like he is staying out. He's in second place. Forey in third. Ivkovic in fourth. Undefined 0 in fifth. Marked Cap in sixth. WietFlex in seventh. Jake in eighth. Timo in ninth. And Barry in 10th. So wow. Big shakeup here as it looks like all these guys might be opting for the hard tire. Let's check in on that. Neil's on the mediums, Cringy hards, Denjeff hards, Whistler hards, Monster hards, and Jerem already out as well as Dylan. So Monster will be bringing up the back of the grid on the restart here. RSF 100 out in the lead, but already on 5-lap-old soft tires. So interesting to see how much longer he's going to be able to go for.
So we've essentially got all of our leaders running at the back of the pack and everyone behind them up in front now. So just as the safety car comes in, RSF 100 goes into the pits as well. That was a very
call by him.
Speaking of experience, I did that last week. It didn't work out to my favour, so it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up for him.
That's allowed Savas to get a good jump here, already out of second range from Forey, so
look at the zone, might run away with
an interesting strategy. Yeah, but has not made a stop yet. Needs to make at least one to finish this race. I'm imagining he's going to go for hard tires at this point. Already clearing a nice gap on the rest of the field. So out of our guys who have made a pit stop, that puts WietFlex in the theoretical lead at the moment. Great strategy call from WietFlex. Although he's under some serious pressure from Jake.
Got next gas potentially going to go in, or Barry has a little look. Not enough time there. Everybody looking quite bunched up at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if we can, how long people can keep this up without making any mistakes. I think that's a lot of it is what that comes down to.
Absolutely. League racing is just a different ballpark than your 5-lap races, to say the least. Much more strategy involved, have to take care of the car. Salvas already pulling away nicely. It's 340. 2.5-second gap between them. So if Savas can continue to put some ground between him and the rest of the field, he might find himself in a decent position on fresher tires at the end as Jake goes way wide through the first right-hander on the old start finish straight. I wonder if Jake has an issue. It looks like he's starting to fall back in WietFlex. WietFlex goes really deep into one of the final two corners here, and that's giving Jake the opportunity to come alongside him, and it looks like he gets the move done. That drops WietFlex back into 7th as Tino sneaks by too. So WietFlex making a small error there, costing him pretty big time. That means Jake is our theoretical front runner at the moment.
Gonna come back at him. Touching the inside, doesn't make contact. Beautiful. It's not enough there to get
VSC
past.
out now, as Monsters has left.
We got Thomas Crease taking advantage of the safety car there. Reverse the safety car coming in to get fresh tyres. What we go on to.
Yeah, good move from Savas. It appears the VSC is still out, and now we are back to racing, but that's going to give Savas at least a couple seconds back in the race, as that could play a big factor at the end. He's in for his first stop on board with WietFlex here. So interesting call from Savas. Figured he would go with the hards. Wondering if he believes 17 laps on mediums is possible. Looks like marked cap goes way wide, and that's giving WietFlex the opportunity to take over 5th. Timo now up in 4th, Jake in 3rd. WietFlex down the inside, holds the position very nicely, blocks out marked cap to take 5th place. And ooh, do we have an incident? It looks like Lexidus. No, Lexidus just losing out in the battle there. That's giving Niels and Barry the opportunity to move up ahead of him. Niels now retakes over Barry. And does Barry have an issue? Yes, Barry's lost a front left end plate. So tough luck for Barry there. giving Cringy the opportunity to overtake, and it looks like he's going to have the outside here on Barry as they go too wide down the straight. Who's going to break later? Cringy gets the move done up into 9th. So Forey out in front.
Very quite extensively pitting.
Yep, Barry gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane too. That's going to hurt his race. Looking like he might be out of the mix now. Jake, our front runner, who's made a stop so far. Forey and Ipovic have about a 5-6 second gap on him. So Forey trying to get as far as he can on these tires. Has not pitted yet on the mediums though, so plenty of life left here. I'd imagine he's going to be looking to either go long enough to get onto the softs or make an earlier stop here to go with the hard tires.
Gets the move done.
Looks like Timo is still sticking nicely with Jake. WietFlex not far behind them. Neil's now up into 6th and on the back of WietFlex. Marked Cap, who I don't believe has stopped yet. He has not. He's down into 7th place, so he's got a tough race on his hands ahead here. Jake still holding it down in 3rd for the time being. He is, again, our theoretical front runner of this race. Forey and Ipovic yet to pit. Jake looking like he might go to the end here on the hard tires. He has actually, he did pit, I believe, on one of the earlier laps. Had picked up some damage in the first lap and now making his strategy stick so he can go all the way to the end if he wants. Savas Grease pumps in the quickest lap of the day so far is 30.8 on the mediums. Nice lap from the Alfa Romeo driver. Jake now well clear of, it looks like Niels makes a move down the inside on WietFlex. So Niels up into 5th place and now on the heels of Timo, and I would imagine that Niels doesn't want to be behind Timo for too long, as it looks like Timo actually has some front right end plate damage. And are we going to have team orders here to let Niels through? I'm not sure. It looks like Timo defending through Maggots and Beckett, so I think it's anybody's game here. But Niels going to have the advantage with a perfectly intact car. And yep, there he goes. He lets his teammate by, so Niels now up a place. Timo going to defend to the best of his ability to keep WietFlex at bay. Let Niels pull away for a little while. And that's allowed Niels to get into the fight for a podium spot with Jake.
WietFlex coming around on the outside to go in for P5, not enough room. Gonna have to back off the touch and go again at some point.
And he is being held at bay by Timo. Timo's teammate Niels now got 2-second gap on 5th place and closing in on Jake. Looks like Barry has decided to call it a day as well, as he is out of this race. And now WietFlex coming under pressure from Cringy. Cringy potentially going to make a move as they go almost 3 wide into this corner. It looks like WietFlex and Cringy both get the best of Timo, and Timo's been dropped back 2 spots now. He's going to go into the pits and get that wing fix, so holding him off for as long as he could, but That is just giving Cringy the opportunity to move up on WietFlex. Lexidus not far behind them. So a three-way battle for 5th here. WietFlex defending nicely through Sector 1. Cringy is going to have DRS here. Cringy coming up on the back of WietFlex. Is he going to make a move down the inside? He does. And it looks like he is going to get the move done on WietFlex. Runs wide though and gives WietFlex the position back. And it looks like Niels is up on the back of Jake now, as they head towards Maggots and Beckett's, and Niels is going to get the move done before. So Jake now into the DRS zone of Niels. Not sure if Jake picked up damage, but he's going quite slowly through here. Niels already pulling away. Well, Jake's car looks fine, so just a mistake from Jake there allowed Niels to almost pull off a 1 second gap in just about 20 seconds there. So Jake now out of the DRS zone of Niels. This is giving Niels a big advantage to go ahead and push here. Although I do believe he's going to need to make another stop. 8 laps on mediums, 9 laps on mediums now as he pumps in the quickest lap of 30.51. Still a good battle for 5th going on track. WietFlex about 8/10 off of Cringy. And who's that dropping down the field? Is that Jake? Jake has gone off. Jake off in Sector 1, rejoining the track now in what looks like 9th place. So tough luck for Jake there. His tires are going to be screaming for grip. Not sure how he's going to be able to recover from this one. We are halfway through our Silverstone Grand Prix here. Then Jeff edging out the fastest lap in the Alpha. And Niels now 3.8 seconds clear of Cringy. Again, he is going to have to make another stop, so interesting to see how that's going to affect his race. Yes, Ipovic and Fori. Is Ipovic going to move down the inside? No, Fori holds the outside. Cringy picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Could be the difference.
Ipovic and Fori. Yeah, 100% could be. Although he is getting away from WietFlex, who's being tailed pretty closely by Lexidus. Our field now starting to get more and more spread out, but Ipovic and Fori still battling for 1-2 on track. Need to make a stop here pretty soon. Imagine they're going to try to get in that soft tire range, potentially keep crews on board for their teams. Niels now 5.6 seconds clear of Cringy, so plenty of room for Niels to lock in here, pick up some time, as he is going to have to swap over to the soft tires probably within the next couple of laps. But getting a 5.77 second gap on Cringy and closing in on the front runners. And we have Lexidus and WietFlex going down the straightaway. Lexidus on the outside with DRS. Is he going to get the move done over WietFlex here as they go into the corner? It looks like he does. Nicely done from Lexidus to take 5th position. Fori picked up a time penalty there, and he actually is now in the pits. So Niels closing in on the back of Ipovic. Only a 1.7 second gap between them. If Niels can pick up DRS here and get past Ipovic, he could actually put himself in a good spot to climb back towards the podium at the end.
Oh,
As WietFlex and
loses
Lexidus
it.
make contact. And Lexidus is a little bit out of shape there, and that's given WietFlex 4th position back and a nice gap to work with. Then Jeff getting a time penalty of 3 seconds as well. Yellow flag in Sector 1, and who seems to have gone off there? Can't tell, but Undefined Zero appears to be going pretty slowly around the track. Niels now right back onto the heels of Ipovic, who dives into the pits finally. And now Niels has some clean air to work with here. He is going to need to consider going into the pits probably in the next 3 or 4 laps. So we'll see what he chooses to do as he pumps in the fastest lap so far, 30.36.
Do you think there's a chance to stay out and not come into five?
Well, he definitely has the gap for it. Although Cringy, I know, is phenomenal on the hard tires, so he could easily close down 6.6 in the final 9 laps here. I think Niels has the pace on our drivers today, so if he can go for a soft run and probably re-enter right around 5th place, he could potentially move himself back up into that 4th place position, depending on how everybody else's race goes. Yeah, I guess we'll find out from Niels here. But yeah, he has a gap to work with, so totally up to him. If he can make the mediums work for 9 more laps, fair play to him.
Lexi, that's right on the back of WietFlex again. I'm not happy about how that overtake went for him. He's going to try and get him moved on again. Try and get back in front of him if he can. It's not enough there. Maybe one or two
like
words
Niels
being exchanged after the race after that incident.
Absolutely.
Did you catch
Niels
that?
picked up a 3-second time. Yeah, I did actually. I did catch that. So that will be something to look back at later. But anyways, Niels picked up a 3-second time penalty. So even though he's now extended that gap to 7.5 seconds on Cringy, he is now going to effectively only be 4.5 seconds ahead if Cringy does not pick up an infraction of his own. Lexidus all over the back of WietFlex now, but runs out plenty wide there into Maggots and Beckett. Is he going to be close enough down the DRS straight to get the move done on WietFlex? Let's see.
Closer than he was on the last lap. It's still looking like it's not going to be enough. Take a dive up on the inside.
No, it wasn't. Lexidus holding position in 4th. Niels now opening that gap up to 8 seconds on Cringy. Lexidus right on the back of WietFlex again. Is he going to be able to make a move into turn 1? Looks like he's saving some battery up for a run down the DRS straight. They are now only separated by about 0.3 of a second. And that's allowed Savas Grease to get back in the mix as well. Savas on the medium tire has plenty of life, only 10 laps old and 7 to go, so he is in the fight for a podium as well.
Niels is looking very shaky on those tyres, so I think he's going to try and stick it out, but it might not go his way. I think he might end up losing it quite easily. Tyres are looking like they've gone off a cliff, I would say.
And WietFlex, seemingly making a mistake in Maggots and Beckett's, has relinquished third place to Lexidus. Sabas Grease on the tail of him, down the straight here, into the fast right-hander, thinks about a move, backs out of it, but now the battle is on for the podium between Lexidus and Sabas Grease. 6 laps to go here at Silverstone as we have a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that's WietFlex off of the track. So WietFlex now down to 7th place in just a matter of 2 sectors there. That's giving Jake 5th position with his teammate Forey not far behind. These two had a great battle last week at Austria. Let's see if it happens again here. Neil's still going strong on those mediums, an 8.2 second gap on Cringy. Can he make them last to the end of the race here? It's going to be a tough sell, but he looks like he is in good position to at least walk away with 4th if he does decide to pit. If not, could potentially sneak out a podium here.
Virtual safety car.
Yeah, we have a VSC on track. That's going to help Niels big time because that means he can conserve his tires for about a half a lap here. He's got a 9.8 second down on Cringy. Lexidus 9 seconds off of them, so Niels looking like he's in a good position, maybe even able to pit and still get a podium here, but we will see.
I'm thinking he's gonna do the extra 5 laps. It's kind of.
I think so too.
It's gonna have to be an all or nothing, really, isn't it?
Yep. Jake picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Not good for Jake as he's holding 5th right now. That is going to drop him down the field. We resume racing here. Cringy 8.4 off of Niels, 7 seconds to separate Cringy and Lexidus. Niels just needs to be smart here, and he's a win in the bag. Oh no, Savas Grease going to be disappointed with that one. That's allowed Jake to get up onto the back of him, which means Forey is going to get back in the battle as well. And it looks like Savas is off the track again. Jake and Forey jumping over him. Does he have damage? And yes, he does. Both end plates on that Alfa Romeo are gone, so Savas Grease is going to lose out here today. What was looking like a really strong performance for him is going to end with a lack of points for Alpha, so tough to see for him today. As he dives into the pits, to no surprise, he'll probably go for that fastest lap on softs. Who else is in the pits here? It's Jake. Not sure what Jake's thinking, but I'm guessing he doesn't think the hards can make it to the end. That's going to drop Jake way down the field. WietFlex now back up into 5th. Being hunted by Ipovic on soft tires, so can't imagine that Ipovic is going to be hanging behind his teammate in the Ferrari for too long. Neil's now in a position where if he did think about pitting, his tires are losing some grip, which I think they are at this point. He could come out and still get a podium finish, but I would imagine with only 4 laps to go here, he's probably thinking better of that. Just trying to conserve and make it to the end, but that gap on Cringy closing now by about a second and a half in the last half a lap here, so wondering if Cringy can get back into the mix with Niels and fight for that pole position win. It looks like Ipovic is saving up for a run here on WietFlex. He is pretty close to his Ferrari teammate with plenty of battery in the bag. He runs wide through there, Ipovic. Gonna probably pick up at least a warning as they approach Maggots and Beckett's. Can he get a better run through here and catch WietFlex down the straight? Let's see. Gets a nice exit on WietFlex. Puts the car up into overtake in that DRS of WietFlex in the Ferrari. WietFlex covering the inside. Ipovic to the outside. WietFlex pushing his teammate, and WietFlex holds the position once again. Right up on the tail of WietFlex, once again thinking about a move down the inside there, backs out of it pretty quickly. But that puts WietFlex a little bit offline. WietFlex now going to be struggling for grip on the hard tires. 20 laps in here. Ipovic on 7-lap-old softs should have the advantage as he's going to think about another move down the inside of WietFlex. Hops back into the DRS really quick, goes down the inside. Who's going to hold the position here? And it looks like Ipovic has the move done, but WietFlex still alongside of him. Gives Wiet the position back for now, and WietFlex holds 5th. Nicely done from WietFlex. So the two Ferraris battling it out. Niels still holding that 7-second gap on Cringy. Looks pretty inevitable now. Lexus 11 seconds off of them. Fori closing in slightly, but don't think it's going to be enough, as it looks like Marked Cap and Timo are in a battle here for 7th. Marked Cap getting the advantage as they head into Maggots and Beckett's, and Marked Cap has sent Timo off of the track. That's giving Den Jeff the move up into 8th. I'd imagine that's going to be looked at. Marked Cap making some contact with Timo there through Maggots and Beckett's and dropping Timo down to 9th.
Yeah, he's going to have to
look at that, Den Jeff up the inside of Marked Cap gets the move done, so now Den Jeff is up into 7th. Ipovic still on the heels of WietFlex. 2 laps to go here at Silverstone. Looking like Niels is going to walk away with this one. He has a 7-second gap on Cringy. Just no mistakes here. Keep it on track for 2 laps, and he has it in the bag. Lexus sitting pretty in 3rd. Fori is closing in, but not by much, so our biggest battle on track here at the moment for 5th place between WietFlex and Ipovic. WietFlex has been defending nicely for the last couple of laps here, holding his Ferrari teammate at bay, but Ipovic with plenty of ERS and fresher tires to work with as we head through the middle of sector 2. Looks like Ipovic is saving up for one final run here on WietFlex on lap 26, which is now underway. Niels still holding the lead by about 6 seconds on Cringy, so he is going to walk away the winner here today, barring no mistakes in the final lap. Ipovic now flying after his Ferrari teammate. Thinks about a move down the inside. Thinks better of it there. He's going to go for DRS. WietFlex now on 22-lap old hard tires. He's going to be struggling for grip. Ipovic seems to get a pretty good exit. He's right on the tail of WietFlex here. He's going to have DRS. Is this going to be enough to get the move done? Goes down the inside of WietFlex. Has a little bit more of an advantage this time. Brakes a little bit early there, but pushes his Ferrari team again. WietFlex still on the inside. Ipovic thinking about the outside move, backs out of it once again, so great defending from WietFlex, but Ipovic gets a nice run off the corner there. I think this might be the time to make the move if he can before Maggots and Beckett's side by side through the fast right there. WietFlex getting the better of him. He still holds 5th place. So Ipovic for time for one final run. As Niels crosses the line, he is our winner today. Congratulations to Niels. Cringy is going to take home second. Ipovic takes on a lot of grass there, but right up behind WietFlex in the DRS. This is going to go down to the final 2 corners. Down the outside, Ipovic goes around WietFlex. No, thinks about the switchback move on WietFlex, and he might actually get it done. He's right on the tail of his Ferrari teammate. WietFlex covers the inside. Ipovic down the outside, pulls the switchback once again. WietFlex goes deep. And can he get it done here? Doesn't look like he will. WietFlex holds on to 5th place. And actually loses it from a time penalty. So congratulations to our winner, Niels. Ipovic getting 5th at the end there from a time penalty on WietFlex. And Cringy and Lexidus are podium boys alongside Niels. Forey taking 4th. Ipovic in 5th, WietFlex in 6th, Timo 7th, Denjeff in 8th, Jake in 9th, and Marked Cap rounding out the top 10. Savas Grease, RSF1 Hunt missing out on points today, but what a race we had here today at Silverstone. So there's Niels picking up 25, if not 26 points for Racing Point. Cringy picking up 2nd place points for McLaren. And Lexidus picking up 3rd place points for Haas. Congratulations to our podium. Plenty of penalties out on track today, but your winner, Niels, Cringy in 2nd, Lexidus 3rd. Congratulations to them. And I think I've just about lost my voice, so that's all we are going to have for today, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in.